Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elodie, like melody without the M, and this is the sixth, I think, video of our traveling junk journal. Today is going to be a pretty quick video because this is a pretty long process. I've had to really edit all the footage I have. I had more than 2 or 3 hours just of making the cover. So right here we are just putting together the cover. As you can see, it's just a tiny bit bigger than our signatures. So our signatures are 12 by 21. And I have cut my cardboards 1 centimeter bigger. So we have a 13 by 22. And then I have glued them together with that big tape. Now we are adding our whale, and I have glued a paper under our under the cloth that you can see on the side with just regular textile glue, and then I've passed it through my Sizzix machine with that bubble shape you can see. And now we're just gluing the whale exactly where we want it. This is really important. Make sure you get it right. And I am using tacky glue for this. Next, we are using a film that I've actually gotten from probably some, I don't know, it's not cling film, it's stronger. And by the way, if you are doing this, make sure you cut the size of your entire cover, because you probably can't see it here, but you can actually see where the plastic ends. It's not thick, but you can still see it under the page and under the cloth in the end result. And it's something I really didn't like, so I've really worked to hide it in the finished result with my decorating the whole cover. And you can't really see it, but you know, I know it's there, and I'm not a fan. So it's pretty hard. Oh, and you can see also on the side that my Sizzix, when I passed this cloth through my Sizzix, I folded it under the plastic sheets things, and it just ripped because of the Sizzix. But that's fine, because we're going to decorate the side anyways, and you won't notice. So here we have all the materials I want to use to decorate our journal cover. This is my first attempt at printing on cloth, and I am really happy with the result. It has faded a little bit since I printed it, so I do recommend that you do something so that it doesn't, you know, go away completely. And to print on paper, it's actually pretty easy. I found this online, and what you do is you just glue the cloth to a page. I use spray glue, which is, you know, it's not very strong, so I can just remove the cloth afterwards, and then you just pass it through the machine. So it does have to be A4 size, or whatever the size of your printer is. But I've had really good results, especially recently. I've just printed a logo and it worked wonders. So over here we're just going to glue a lot of different elements, and yeah, I'm still wondering which of the bubbly shapes I should put on my whale, whether brown or white. Comment if you prefer white or brown. It was really hard to decide, honestly, so hard. All right, let's just hide this side over here. What I'm doing is I'm using some cloth and I'm just going to cover up the side. And right now we are stamping words. I am going to stamp carnet de voyage, which means, in French, it means like a travel journal. And I thought that was really appropriate because that's exactly what it is. And now let's just cut off the result. I do like it when it's a little bit, you know, shabby, let's call it. It's not exactly perfect. And I did think that using the same colors would be really good, just to like remember, you know, the colors that are used throughout my journal. Also, I wanted to ask you, I'm trying kind of a new way of doing this video. I've gone fast and it's a lot of footage and I'm talking over it, obviously, when I usually just talk at the same time, and I'm going, you know, I'm cutting off a lot of footage. So I was wondering, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer when I just go a little bit faster and I make more videos and then you guys can just go faster whenever you want? Yeah, just let me know. I would love to know, and then I can just act accordingly. So yeah, would love to hear your thoughts. And now we're just gluing the cloth I have here on the side. And it's not just to hide that ugly little thing. It's really just to add some color. As you can see, it's a lot more vibrant. It's definitely a travel scheme for me. It's just perfect, the color, and I'm really happy with the result. Okay, let's move on to the inside. So as usual, I'm doing the corners first, and I'm using some clips. I love those clips. I use them all the time, and I really recommend you get some clips. It can be anything. Those are, I don't know, I call them art clips. There's also bulldog pins or clips. There's lots of different ones. So just get whichever you want and just, yeah, use them. They're very useful. And then we're going to glue the sides, and yep. I wanted to do, if you've seen my other videos, you know I like to do these little paperclip book pages, and I've been playing around with like blues and reds. You go with all this and like whites, and I just come up with this combination, and I think it's pretty good, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with it. Even better. So I'm just gonna go with that. And I'm just gonna cut off the right size, and then I'm gonna use this, bend it a little bit, and then turn it over right there. And then I'm just gonna go inside. and this book is for a girl named Margot, and I have this M, and I'm afraid it's a bit tacky, but you know what? I really like it. I think it goes a bit with the mood of the thing, and I mean her name starts with an M, so I'm just gonna go crazy, and if she doesn't like it, she can just remove it. I won't be offended. But I thought it was pretty funny, so I'm just gonna do it. And I do like a dangle in my journals. I do like it when there's, you know, something coming out right there and dangling a little bit. I think it's pretty cute, and I like that it's an M as well. I like it, so I'm just gonna go with it, and it's done. So now I'm just gonna keep on working on this. I'm having some troubles because I think this is not maybe dark enough a background. I have these that I would love to use. I think they would look great, but again, it's just not dark enough, I think. So I might get some paints out, and putting paint is not reversible, especially on printed cloth like this. So I'm really having quite a hard time dealing with this, and that's the reason why I haven't stuck this yet. It's because I want this to not be painted. So I'm just gonna have a think and do this off camera, just in case I start crying. And yeah, and then I will put all this, I'll probably just come back on camera with the result and to put these on. I'm also thinking about how to glue them, because if you look properly, you can see where the cloth has been cut by the machine, the Sizzix machine, and I'm not a fan of that, and it's not as perfect as I would like. So I'm trying to find ways in which I can kind of hide that, and I have no idea whatsoever. So yeah, a lot in my mind, and I just wanted to share that a bit with you. Oh, I've also been thinking about the process, because there's a lot of other stuff that I want to do. I want to make the hole to put in these elastics, so they're gonna go around here and inside a hole here, because I don't want them to stick out here. So they're just gonna go inside, and then I will have to hide them, so I have to do that before we cover inside. And I also want to put a bookmark, which would be like just a nice little cloth thing, like a ribbon, maybe I think this is the only red ribbon I have, and it's pretty good color. Maybe even this one, which is pretty cool. And then we need to add a closure here, and that would have to go before we put the inside as well. And I'm thinking an elastic and a bead, potentially, which means that we need to think of a bead to go here, but for that I need to finish this. And we also need to put a pen holder. And for the pen holder, I was thinking, this is my trial thing. This elastic, I think, is a bit thin. I'm sure I have a thicker one somewhere. I just can't find it. So I'm just gonna have to go through all my stuff again. And I was thinking this, and then this would have to be pretty well, like, I need something to go through to just keep it in place. And this is really thick. So yeah, again, decisions. And I really need to have a long, hard think about all this. Let's do that. All right, so I've just done one. Now we're gonna do the second. So these are two elastics. They're, in terms of size, I took what I had. They're pretty much the same size as the thing. They're like maybe 1 centimeter longer, something like that. So the way I do this is I'm just gonna make the hole. So I've marked it 1/2 centimeter from the top because that's where our signature comes to. And it's really strong cardboard. So this is not easy. Please be careful when you do this, if you do this. Okay, and the way I did this, I thought there is absolutely no way my, you know, okay, this first of all doesn't go through the needle, it's just too big. And then I thought, you know, the needle plus the thick elastic cord, there's no way it's gonna go through. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a piece of thread, pretty long, cutting, putting it through my needle. Doesn't have to be this thin. It's just the one I have at hand. The other one is just a bit too big. I don't think it's gonna go through the hole. Then we're gonna go in. And back in. And make sure you're exactly, you know, that you don't catch like a piece of cloth or something. Where's my needle? Come on, come out. There. All right, and now we've got a loop. So what we want to do with this loop, I'm gonna put it in there. Just grab it both ends and then just pull it through. There. So that's one. And see, it's so tight that like it's pretty thick. And then we're gonna go to the front here and we're gonna do the same. Through the hole. Then back in. And here I'm just gonna pull it a bit so that I know that I'm only pulling like, you know, if this is tight like this and you're pulling it, then you're pulling this whole weight plus the weight of the whole thing. So if you pull it first like this, then you know you're only pulling this. So might as well just do that. And then I'm gonna make a knot. Okay, so I'm not sure this is the best way to do this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna make a knot and then I'm just passing through it. So it's a bit of a complicated knot and I have no idea what it's called. I think in French it's called nœud de chaise, like something to do with the seat, chair or something. And then I'm just going to do another one just because I like to be precautious. Not précautieux, I don't know how you say you want to be careful. There we go. All right, that's done. We've got our first one here. And now I'm gonna make the second one. awesome. Let's do the next one. And now that I've finished, I just realized that I'm gonna have to do the cover underneath. So that's gonna be fun. And I do need to think of a way to kind of hide these because I don't think they're very pretty. I don't know if burning them, this is plastic, right? So maybe I could, or put a drop of super glue. That should do the trick, and then cut them really, really tight. That should actually do the trick. Super glue. Okay. I need to buy super glue then. And we still need to think about a closure and the elastic for the pen. And then over here I lost all my footage. I'm really sorry. So I just glued this thing for the pen, and I glued the page on top. It's from an old atlas. Glued it pretty well. I'm really happy with it. And then I added a lot of decorations on the cover, and it's all working amazing, and I'm really, really happy with it. And I hope I will see you guys in the next video, which is the final flip through. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.